Why should you and I care about this as an American? If you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, why should you care about this? The reason why this is a little bit scary for a lot of people is because China is not happy with what's going on with tariffs. Trust me, no one is feeling the pain more than China. Nobody is. 22nd, those Muslim terrorists from Pakistan attacked the 26 people and killed them. 25th, Apple comes out and announces we're moving our 60 million iPhones away from China and we're going to go to India. Even though they had announced it on April 7th earlier that they're thinking about it, but the 25th, it becomes official. You think they're happy? Then Dell, HP, bunch of other people are announcing that they're leaving China. This is not a good thing for China. This could be one of the ways that China's temper tantrum, saying, you don't know what kind of power we got? Watch what we're going to do. You want to move your stuff to India? We're going to poke Pakistan into going and attacking India. We're going to make your life a living hell. Behind closed doors, proxy type of wars that may be happening. So before we go through all these points that I have, I think it's important for us to know the history of why do people from Pakistan, Muslims, and people from India, Hindu, why do they hate each other as much as they do? So in 1947, British India was divided in two different independent states. India, majority Hindu, and you got Pakistan, majority Muslim. The division was chaotic and violent, leading to mass migration of millions and the deaths of estimated 1 to 2 million people. Kashmir, a princely state with a Muslim majority population but ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, became the immediate flashpoint. So Maharaja initially wanted to stay independent, but faced with an invasion by Pakistani tribal forces, he acceded to India. So majority Muslim, but Hindus running it, so they acceded to India, which is kind of interesting, problematic, similar to Donbass, Crimea, or even Gaza, West Bank. Hey, it's ours. No, it's ours. No, it's so Nagorno-Karabakh also in Armenia. So no, it's Azerbaijan. No, it's Armenia. That constant battle that's taking place, similar situation here. So that led to the first Kashmir War that started in 1947 and ended in 1949 with a UN-brokered ceasefire, which caused Kashmir to be divided, which is Indian-administrated Kashmir and a Pakistani-administered Kashmir, referred to by Pakistan as the Azad Kashmir. So that's the first war. Then we have the second war that starts in 1965. Again, Kashmir. Pakistan attempted to foment insurgency in India. Kashmir resulted in a full-scale war between India and Pakistan, ceasefire brokered by Tashkent Agreement, again mediated by the Soviet Union, little territorial change but deepened hostility. Then that led to the Bangladesh Liberation War 1971, when East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, sought independence from West Pakistan. India supported Bangladesh independence fighters. War resulted in the creation of Bangladesh, a humiliating defeat for Pakistan with 90,000 of their troops. We're talking 90,000 of troops surrendering. And by the way, keep in mind, we can go to the Kargil War in 1999. We can talk about the different terrorist attacks. We can talk about what happened in 2001 with the parliament attack, when terrorists attacked the Indian parliament, nearly triggering another war. We can talk about the Mumbai attacks in 2008, which militants from Pakistani base, Lashkar al-Taibi, killed over 170 people. They also attacked the Taj Mahal Hotel, which I visited before in Mumbai. It's a beautiful property, right on the water, and massive international outrage followed. You can also talk about the Pulwama attack 2019, suicide bombing killed 40 Indian soldiers in Kashmir. India responded with airstrikes in Balochat, Pakistan. This is constant. And then it leads to the nuclear development, where they said, look, man, if we're going to be doing this, we got to make sure we're ready for this. 1974, India tested its first nuclear device, Smiling Buddha. 1988, both India and Pakistan officially tested nuclear weapons. Then post-1998, fear of conventional wars escalating into nuclear exchanges became a constant concern. And obviously, this most recent attack on April 22nd, people are like, wait a minute, what are we doing with this? Modi responded to the attacks on April 22nd. Here's what he said on Twitter. I strongly condemn the terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir. Condolences to those who have lost their loved ones. I pray that the injured recover at the earliest. All possible assistance is being provided to those affected. Those behind this heinous act will be brought to justice. They will not be spared. Their evil agenda will never succeed. Our resolve to fight terrorism is unshakable, and it will get even stronger. April 22nd, 2025, at the time, 33.5 million views. Everybody's watching what this man had to say. So now, Modi is saying this, and then Pakistan comes on and says, well, listen, we're denying this. We were not behind this. We didn't do anything like this. This is not us. This is a terrorist organization. We would not do something like this to India. You know, this is not something we want for it to be escalating, etc., etc. Anyways, you can either believe him or not believe him, but typically when this happens, Pakistan likes to say, we were not the ones behind. So now we have to think about what the response is. Obviously, India just bombed Pakistan, but we got to think about what else happened. Number one, terror response. India pledged severe retaliation, potentially military or covert, and accused Pakistan of state-sponsored terrorism. The attack was claimed by a group linked to Lashkar-e-Taiba. I talked about it earlier. Number 2, water issue. Watch this one here. Water treaty suspended. India puts the Indus Water Treaty on hold, citing Pakistan continued support for terrorism. This threatens Pakistan's critical water supply and raises tensions immediately. And Pakistan comes back and says, wait a minute, if we're dealing with water, this is a treaty that we signed a long time ago in 1960 between India and Pakistan, a water distribution agreement that allocates the use of Indus River and its tributaries between the two countries. It was brokered by the World Bank and divided the rivers into western rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, for Pakistan, and eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas, Sutlej for India. Pakistan labeled this with the water as an act of war and a violation of one of its nuclear red lines. That's what Pakistan said about the water. Number 3, land travel block. India shut down border crossings and ordered Pakistani nationals to leave. Pakistani mirrored the action. Bus and train links had already been suspended. Number 4, airspace closed. Both countries banned each other's airlines from using their airspace. The ban is in place until May 24th, possibly longer. Number 5, sea access blocked. All ship travel between India and Pakistan is banned. Each side has blocked access to their ports for the other's vessels. Number 6, visas canceled. India revoked nearly all visas for Pakistanis, including medical ones, and ended the SAARC visa program. Pakistan did the same. Number 7, diplomatic expulsions. India expelled Pakistani defense attaches and cut embassy staff by nearly half. Pakistan responded identically and suspended the Simla agreement, which underpins the line of control framework. Number 8, trade and financial pressures. Pakistan suspended all trade with India. India, unaffected economically, instead pushed for FATF sanctions and IMF loan reviews to choke Pakistan financially. Number 9, sports cut off all sports ties. High-profile gestures of goodwill were retracted following the terror attack. Number 10, social media bans. India blocked Pakistani YouTube channels, social media accounts of celebrities, and even ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan's account, citing national security concerns. 11, military posturing. India conducted missile tests and increased military presence along the line of control, which is kind of like the border between the two. That's where we're doing the testing. It's like, hey, here's what we're doing. Just watch this. Be ready. Something may happen. And guess what Pakistan did? Same exact thing. 12, internal lockdowns. India has detained over 2,000 individuals in Kashmir under anti-terrorism laws and demolished homes of suspected militants, actions that have drawn criticism for human rights violations. Now, here's the thing that Pakistan has. There's something they call the nuclear doctrine and red lines, meaning if you cross the line. Remember how earlier we talked about in this water treaty that they had many years ago from 1960, that's one of them. Next one, territorial laws, red lines. That means we're gonna use our nuclear weapon on you. Military destruction, economic strangulation, political destabilization, and internal subversion. Guess what? One could say all of these are happening right now. You know what's crazy about this whole thing? Think about India and Pakistan, right? Imagine who's the last country you would think in the Middle East to say, hey guys, you gotta pump the brakes and find a way to control and exercise restraint. What is the last country in the Middle East that you think would say that to India and Pakistan? You ready? Iran. Iran's foreign minister urging both nations to exercise restraint. Can you know how weird that it's like a criminal that's killed 29 people, gone to jail, he's killed a bunch of your guys, like, look man, you don't need to do this. This isn't the right thing to do. Bro, what are you talking about? Iran's telling them, don't fight. Even the UN Security Council discussing the issue and calling for de-escalation and dialogue. Everybody is concerned that this could get nasty. So let me step back and kind of process this here together with you. Let's go to the positive and then let's talk about the negative. But what's the positive? Right here, you're sitting there saying, well, what side is Russia on? Is Russia on Pakistan's side? Because Russia and China, BRICS, they should be on the same side together, right? Well, no, BRICS is also India, but then China and Russia, are they not gonna have an issue together? Is Xi gonna be able to call Putin and say, hey, you better stay out of this one? Is Putin gonna say, I don't know about this, man. India, 60% of their military supply comes from me. India, 40% of oil they buy from me. I'm sanctioned by a lot of different guys, but these guys are still doing business with me. I'm gonna be on India's side. You better not be on their side. Who else is gonna be on Pakistan's side? Think about that. China is pissed off because India is getting the business. And if this thing gets even uglier, could US have to get involved? And this leads to the whole thing with Russia, Cold War, US communism. I don't know, but this is something definitely to follow very, very closely because again, China is desperate.